So in this case, the development environment is nothing but your Sublime ID. So it's not going to be very fancy development environment setup. You don't need to be a DevOps expert. All you need to have is a Sublime text editor, or it can be a Notepad++ where you can actually have syntax highlighter for JavaScript and HTML and CSS. So here I have created a folder called Angular 59 minutes, and I'm going to add a file, and I'm going to save this file as index.html. So this will be the starting point where the app will go inside and open this index file, and it should start the entire application. So if you are in Sublime, then I hope that the Sublime will help me with autocomplete. So you can see that autocomplete is already happening here. So it's already giving me a skeleton of a HTML page where you can see that we have HTML, head and body. So inside the head, we have a title tag. So I will just write Hangman app, which is what we are going to create. And the second thing which we are going to do in this head is we are going to include a external script. So this script will be actually pointing to the Angular library, and this is something which I'm going to use a Google CDN. So let me copy it and paste the URL. So this is the place where you will find the Angular libraries, and this is the version of that library. So if I open this on a web browser, so if I show you, if I directly go into this particular web page, then you can easily see that there's so much bunch of code here, and this is actually a CDN, content delivery network. So your Angular library, you can also load it from web directly with the CDN. And this is hosted by Google, because you can see in the URL itself. So this is one way to include AngularJS in your application, is by using the CDN. Now I will have to close this script tag. Script. And what we have done now is we have added Angular libraries to our index page. Now the second thing which we should create while creating an Angular app is we have to create a app.js file where we will be defining all the details about the app. So I will just save it as app.js. So in this app.js, you will be having all the details or structure about app. And the first thing we do here is we create a variable app equal to Angular.module, and the first parameter of this Angular module is your name of the app, which is Hangman Game, which we have here. So I'm just going to say Hangman app, and the second parameter we will leave blank here. We are not going to have any dependency here, and because we are making a simple app, and the first step should always be simple here. So I'm just going to make a simple app, and this is the name we have defined here, or the ID of the app. And the next thing is, when I have defined this, I need to also assign a controller to it. So AngularJS is a MV star framework based libraries, and when you are going to use AngularJS in your app.js, you will have to define a controller, and that could hold actually multiple controllers. So this controller is used or linked with your index page, which we will link it with the body. So here in the app.js file, I will just say controller, and I'm going to name this control. So this can be game controller, and what I need to pass next is a function, and this function is in a way taking a parameter which is $scope, and this $scope I'm going to also use within this function. So what I want to do actually with this $scope is I want this $scope to be used within my entire app.controller, and I also want this $scope to be available within my index page, and this is in a way called dependency injection. Very simple concept to understand. So what I'm going to do is whatever variable is attached, or parameters or attributes is attached to this $scope will also be available in your index page. So if you are changing any parameter in the $scope, for example, here I have $scope dot demo then equal to some string. So this $scope.demo will be also available in my index page if I link the controller to the body, and inside the body I can use the demo, and demo will be having the value some string. So here I'm passing this inside this function argument because I want here the $scope to be available for me to change. And this is a way where I'm linking the app and the index file, and that is something we have to write in the body itself. So I want that $scope to be available within this, and what I'm going to say first in the body, I'm going to say ng app equal to, this is the Hangman app, which is this, and ng app is something which is tells the AngularJS what is the root element to start with, and which we are giving it to the body. So the body will be the root element to start with. Now the next step is to link the controller we have. So I'm going to say ng controller equal to whatever the name of the controller we are defining here, which is game controller. So what is happening now is, in a way, the body, inside the body, whatever the space is, that is linked to this controller, and we can use $scope parameter, which I just showed you, that if we have any attribute assigned to $scope, that will be actually available within your index.html page. So now we have defined the basic structure of an Angular app. We can so let me show you actually what I mean by this $scope. So if I want to write anything, if I want to use this demo inside my body, I can just have two curly braces and I can just say demo here. And if I run this app in my Google Chrome, first I need to find it. So let me grab my folder here, and I'm going to run this open with Chrome. So I'm just going to, so here I misspelled Hangman. So if I just save this and I just bring the browser so you can see also. So you can see that it's still printing double curly braces demo. So one thing which we have not done so far is we have to link the app.js to this index page, which we can easily do with the script tag. So we can say source equal to app.js, and we're going to just close this script tag. So once I save this, so what you will see that this demo will be replaced by some string. So what we have found a way here is a way to link anything which is present inside our controller to our index page, which is here acting as a view. So this is a very powerful, because then we can just change this thing and then that particular things will be reflected here. So later on we will also see that when you have some data which is changing very rapidly, you can also link that as a model. So whenever your data fields changes here, whose logic you can write, or based on your business logic, those decisions are taken inside the controller. And in the index page, you can see that you can have the view changed accordingly. So this is something which we will see in coming few minutes as well. But before that, I want to show you what we are going to build within this small session.